All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, fellow Pandemonium travelers, this is Seattle Pandemonium Shutdown Day 237, I think. Yesterday was 236, but I forgot to clear off the recording device here, so you had about 30 seconds of nonsense from me. So I think it's 237. I'll have to double check. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. So what's going on? What's going down? We've got, I don't know, continuous, Robin Hood app feedback. What do you even call it? So the shenanigans continue, and what I've been gathering here is there's a combination of things. On the one hand, consumer mutiny, user mutiny, investor mutiny. Just people have just had it. They have just had it with the hedge funds, the brokerage firms, all this nonsense dictating what you can and can't invest in and what you can do. And Robinhood, the app, I've been warning people about this app for a long time. They were offering like, oh, if you sign up, we'll just give you a free share of something. Okay. You don't just give away millions of dollars worth of shares because you feel like it or because it's a great business model. No. They were mining people's user data, and then we come to find out, basically, let me put it this way. This is according to, I think it's Judd Legum. He's the enemy. He's one of these leftist propagandists. Like, the dude is often just way off in left field, but his assessment on this seems to be correct. Is Robinhood was basically selling market flow. So that wasn't quite the terminology he used, but it's something like they get preference in terms of their transactions in the actual stock market. So when you're doing something with like the New York Stock Exchange, for example. Now the NASDAQ is like digital. That's like all sort of non-existing. It's like not physical. The New York Stock Exchange, though, that does come down to like people yelling at each other on the trading floor, the way you've seen it in shows and movies and like in the daily coverage. Like there's an exchange floor and people have to like yell buy and sell orders to each other, which is why that environment is so insane, right? Robinhood was basically selling priority transactions to other companies. So if you want a whole bunch of volume to go through sales very quickly, Robinhood will have the priority. It's something like that, right? So oh my god, the tail wagging the dog is the term here. I'm not sure if anyone's quite used that term, but there's literally a movie called Wag the Dog, which is about a movie producer helping a political, a presidential administration, basically, delay a scandal until it's no longer relevant, and then the scandal doesn't matter anymore. And they do that by creating like a fake war. They create a bunch of political propaganda to distract everyone. So some aspect of all of this stuff has been to control the consumer, control the investor who has a little spare scratch to throw in, dissuade them from buying in, to these, stocks like Nokia and AMC and GameStop, and to say, oh, it's not actually a good investment, and at some level also, oh, this is illegal. You're this subreddit, this Wall Street Betters subreddit. This is illegal. You get in trouble. So they create the sense or the perception of this legal hazard, and then people will go, well, I'm just not going to get involved. I don't know. I mean, it's GameStop. It's not actually that viable as far as, companies are concerned. They were not doing well before the pandemic. The pandemic kind of sealed the deal on them, in my opinion. I'm not giving you financial advice. What I'm saying is a situation was created where people found an exploit to screw over these giant hedge funds, and based on the short selling and the contractual obligations of those things, it's working. Like it's working. The hedge funds are getting manhandled, and they're getting owned. And as somebody who went through, I didn't go protest with Occupy Wall Street, but I watched Occupy Wall Street unfold, and I was like, wow, these people are really mad. And then I watched Occupy Wall Street fall apart. This is like Occupy Wall Street online. This is people going, oh yeah? You don't want me to buy this stock because, oh, it's clearly, GameStop, it's clearly a failing brand. It's a failing company. Yeah, we're going to pump the stock price up 300, 400, 500%. And these companies that were bankrolling themselves on the failure of this company, they are now going to have to get kicked in the teeth. They're going to get owned. They're eating they're shorting. They're eating, banking on this company failing, and also betting against the company, and then using, this is the thing, guys, betting against the company as proof that the company's failing. Okay, now that's the key step here. Is they go, wow, look at how much people are shorting this company. It's gonna fail. That drives the stock price down more. That's a media creation. They created that perception that this was that this company's, oh, it's gonna fail, it's imminent. Oh, it's gonna fail. Like, wait, just buy in now, and then the stock price is gonna drop. That's a creation. That's manufactured. And I don't even know how to put it, but that's kind of how the whole thing actually works. I mean, I made money. Let me tell you, I made money selling stocks or trading stocks in the late 90s. I was in high school, and my old man helped me with this, and I made like $1,000 or something off of a company called Sear, if I remember, SEER, Sear Technologies, and they made the machines that made the floppy disks. So if you remember 3.5-inch floppy disks, those little plastic things with the little metal slider on them. Google it, kids. I invested in a company that made the wafers. So there was like a plastic wafer, little plastic sheet that went inside those disks. That was actually what the thing was, the data was stored on when you installed your Wolfenstein or Doom shareware. Maybe your Blake Stone shareware. I don't know. No judgment. In the mid to late 90s, that was still the medium of exchange for data. Like CD-ROM had started to kind of ramp up, but lots of floppy disks, because you could write to them, you could trade them around physically in meat space, and you could, multi-span software across multiple disks. It was still cheaper than CDs, and, CD burning was still kind of rudimentary at the time. A big stock. But then what happens? USB drives, web storage, CD writers, zip disks, thumb drives, etc. just drove that market out of existence. And there's probably, I should actually Google this. There's probably not. There might be. Let me say there might be one company still making 3.5-inch floppy disks, because there's just enough market for maybe. I'm gonna have to Google that. I'd be fascinated, because there's probably some tiny market for, well, we've got all these old computers in our office and they all run on 3.5-inch floppies, so we need 3.5-inch floppies to trade our stuff around, and it still fits our business model. There's got to be something like that. There's probably something like that. I'll have to look that up. That's interesting. But that company went away. Now, that company didn't go away, Sear, that I made money on, because I was like ahead of the curve on storage medium in the mid to late 90s with my minimum wage burger flipping job that I was able to invest. But it didn't go away because of scandal. It didn't go away because of like internet-based nonsense. It went away because it was an inferior storage medium. Now we're dealing with some whole other thing. We're dealing with perception of a company, and we're already seeing, well, the Discord for the web betting, subreddit, they had hate speech on their platform. And okay, I don't care. What does that have to do with the value of the company? This is like saying, this is like the Papa John's thing. Like, Papa John dropped an N-bomb saying we don't say N-bombs or something like that, and lost controllership of his company. But it's still Papa John's Pizza. It's like Pizza Hut or Domino's. Like, there's just all these people still buying the damn pizza, and they don't care. And they don't know, or they don't care. And the result is the stock price fluctuates a little bit, but then, they still have all the pizza ovens. And so they do their thing and no one cares. So rather than fall victim to media manipulation, what I'm urging people to do is make a sober assessment about what the stock price of, say, GameStop is. How insane all of this predatory and, let's say, reactionary, no offense to anybody, I'm going to say reactionary activity is to how the market is behaving right now, because that's not really normal, although that may be more normal than many would like to say it is. Don't give in to this nonsense. Look at how the market is behaving. Put your money where you feel like you want to put it. That's like, make an assessment. Look at this chaos, because this is funny. Okay, I don't know if I've said that or stated that clearly enough. This is funny. The way that these random investors from Reddit and stuff have gone to war with like the brokerage firms and stuff. It is funny. It's actually very funny. So, don't invest or invest. Make your assessment. Do what you think you can with your own money. All right? I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye.